Soccer is one of the world's best means of communication. It's impartial, apolitical, and universal. Soccer unites people around the world every day. Young or old, players or fans, rich or poor, the game makes everyone equal, stirs the imagination, makes people happy, and makes them sad. This is a quote from a World Cup winning player and coach explaining the game of soccer, better known as football to the rest of the world. I've played soccer from a very young age. I started at 6 years old and still play today. It's a big part of my family history. My father played it, I play it, and my children play it. Today, the purpose of this informative speech is I'd like to explain to you how soccer is a world sport played by millions around the world. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the history, some basic rules, and how it touches the lives of so many. I'd like to begin with the history. History can be dated back to 206 BC, and soccer as it's played today most closely resembles that game of the Chinese, in where soldiers in a training exercise would attempt to get a leather ball, much like the soccer balls we use today, into their opponent's net. Now, other countries in their history and different cultures have similar sports that they played. For instance, the Greeks, the Egyptians, and the Romans played sports that closely resemble the game today, but most would agree that the Chinese sport, where the soldiers during training would attempt to get that leather ball inside the opponent's net, most closely resembles the sport as it's played today. Moving on, some basic rules of the game. Now, of course, there's many fine detailed rules, but I'd like to explain just the basics today. The biggest thing is that no player on the field, other than the goalie, can touch the ball with their hands. The goalie is the only one that can actually touch the soccer ball with their hands, and even then, it's in a predetermined location. The object of each team is to score or put the ball in the opponent's net. When the ball is put in the opponent's net, the team that scored will be awarded 1 point. The ball, if kicked out of play on either side of the field, will be put back into play by the team throwing the ball back into play. If the ball goes out of play on either goal lines, then the ball will be kicked back into play. Each team can field 11 players. Now, again, there are many more rules to this game, but those are the basics to get you started. Now what I'd like to do is I would like to discuss how this game has touched so many lives and is truly a world sport. According to a study done by FIFA, FIFA stands for Federal National Football Association in 2007, the amount of people playing soccer worldwide rose above 265 million. This makes soccer the most played sport on the planet. Every 4 years, the world watches as people all over the globe paint their faces and gather under their favorite country's flag and team to support their teams in an event known as the World Cup, in which over 204 countries across 6 continents compete to qualify for 31 coveted spots. An estimated 715.1 million watch this event worldwide on their TVs. Another 6 million gather at local places that they can watch the game, and another 3 million watch this sport in person at the stadiums. There are over 200 soccer leagues in the world, with over 4,200 clubs playing in these leagues. Due to the relative low cost of starting this, it makes it appealing to all walks of life. You do not need to be rich. You do not need to have a lot of money to start this game. Just a desire to play. Again, soccer is the world's best means of communications. It's impartial, apolitical, and universal. Soccer unites people all around the world every day. Young or old, players or fans, rich or poor. The game makes everyone equal, stirs the imagination, makes people happy, and makes them sad. I've covered a little bit about the history of soccer, some of the basic rules, and really shown how soccer is a world sport played and watched by so many. I hope this intrigues you to find out more, and thank you for your time.